slides will give you some information regarding the application for student financial assistance schemes for primary and secondary students. I will go through these topics in the following slides. So first of all, I will introduce the eligibility criteria to you. The student must be unmarried Hong Kong residents with right of abode, right to land, or valid permission to remain without any condition of stay in Hong Kong. The applicant must be parent or guardian of the student applicant. Families currently receiving CSSA should apply directly to the Social Welfare Department for the assistance. So we have different financial assistance schemes for needy families. First, School Textbook Assistance Scheme. This is for primary 1 to senior secondary 3 students who study in government-aided per capita grant schools or local schools under the direct subsidy scheme. The scheme covers the costs of essential textbooks and miscellaneous school-related expenses. And the second one is Student Travel Subsidy Scheme. This is for primary and secondary students. They're attending a full-time course up to first degree level in an acceptable institution. The students should reside beyond 10 minutes walking distance from school and travel to school by public transport. And the last one is Subsidy Scheme for Internet Access Charges. This is for families whose children are full-time students receiving primary or secondary education or studying full-time diploma EASIN programs or equivalent courses of the Vocational Training Council. This scheme is to meet the internet access charges for e-learning at home for their children. For example, the charges on broadband internet service or SIM cards provided by the operators of fixed or mobile telecommunication services, and this is granted on a household basis. I will then talk about the means test. AFI is used to assess the applicant's eligibility, that is, adjusted family income. Formula of AFI is the gross annual income of the family divided by the number of family members plus 1. Gross annual income of the family includes the annual income of the applicant and the spouse. 30% of the annual income of unmarried child residing with the family and the contribution from relatives or friends. And the members of a family normally refer to the applicant, the spouse, a married child residing with the family, and the dependent parents who are supported by the applicant and the spouse. For a single parent family of 2 to 3 members, the plus 1 factor in the divisor of the AFI formula will be increased to 2. So, table shows the level of assistance will be obtained for different range of AFI. Please note that the AFI is not the average monthly income of a family. AFI is the gross annual income of the family divided by the number of family members plus 1. You can see from the table that this is the TA grant rates for various class levels. And for example, students studying primary 1 to primary 6 with full grant after assessment will receive $5,586. For the student travel subsidy, this is calculated on the basis of the average unit fare relevant to the districts in which the student studies and resides during term time. And for the subsidy for internet access charges, full rate of subsidy for that in the current school year is $1,600 per household, while half rate of the subsidy is $800 per household. I'll then talk about the application procedures. For applicants who have been disbursed with textbook assistance in previous school year, will receive either access code for pre-filled electronic application form or pre-printed paper application form from March. After the submission of application form and having passed the means test, The assistance will be released at the end of July or August. For the applicants who have not been disbursed with textbook assistance in previous school years, they can apply using blank application forms starting from May. After passing the means test, results will be sent to the applicants in August and assistance will be released in October. How to complete the household application form? The form to apply for the mentioned assistance is a family-based application form, which facilitates families with children attending primary and secondary school or kindergarten to apply for student financial assistance. To apply for the assistance, applicants may mail the completed and original application form with copies of supporting documents to SFO or complete and submit the electronic application online. If electronic application forms and copies of relevant supporting documents have already been submitted online, please do not submit the same documents to us by post. The following slides will show you how to complete the application form. Part 1, it is about the particulars of applicant. You should fill in the particulars of the applicant, like name, address, ID card number, and contact, etc. in this part. Part 2 is the particulars of family members. For section A, you should fill in the particulars of the spouse if applicable. For section B, you should fill in particulars of student applicants and unmarried children residing with the family. Otherwise, they will not be counted as family members under the AFI mechanism. If applicant wants to apply for KCFRS and grant KG for the kindergarten children, please put tick for both schemes in the appropriate boxes. Section C is the subsidy for internet access charges. Applicants do not need to put a tick unless they do not need to apply this subsidy. For section D, it is about dependent parent. Applicants should provide particulars of dependent parent, if any, who is not receiving CSSA at the time of submission of the application, and also fill in the dependency status of the parents. Part 4 is about family income. Applicants should provide detailed total annual income during the assessment period, including salary, contribution from children not residing together, relatives or friends, rental income, and money or interest from investments. For part 6, it is about the applicant's bank account. Since our assistance will be disbursed to the successful applicants through auto-pay, you should fill in the bank account, provide valid bank account and supporting proof to us. Here are the submission deadlines. For school textbook assistance scheme, the application form should be submitted to us on or before October 31st. For student travel subsidy scheme, application form submitted to us on or after 1st of November and can pass the means test. Payment of subsidy will be effected from the date of receipt or the date of admission of student applicants to school, depending on the circumstances of individual cases. And for subsidy scheme for internet access charges, application forms submitted on or after 1st of February, partial payment of subsidy will be made to the successful applicants. And under normal circumstances, we will not accept any applications submitted on or after 1st of March. So if you have any inquiries about the application procedures, you can call our hotline, visit our counter, or browse our website. Also, you can take reference by having a look on our information leaflet and sample form translated in 7 languages. And this is our hotline number. We have a 24-hour service hotline. Any case-specific inquiry will be referred to our application processing team for follow-up. And for this hotline, you can press 4 to select languages of different races. We also provide a counter service. Counter service is available at 12th floor of 1 Mongkok Road Commercial Center. You can visit there and ask your inquiries there. Interpretation service are provided through three-way telephone conference amongst our staff, interpreter, and the applicant when necessary. You may also approach support service centers for assistance in filling the application form. You can also visit our website to get more information on the application details. For the leaflet and sample forms in different languages, you can take it at our office, primary or secondary schools, district office of HAD, regional education office, district social welfare office, support service centers. And also you can browse our website to take the form. Okay, thank you.